Now let's take a look at hops and hop selection. Again, you want to keep this straightforward and as simple as possible. Complexity comes out of keeping things simple and allowing the complexity to evolve over time. What hops can you actually get? Which ones can you actually obtain? Even if you don't completely understand hop utilization and what hops mean and what they're used for, don't just look endlessly online at hops and hybrids and things in magazines and catalogs. You need to make that extra effort to go ahead into your homebrew shop and/or online resource and contact them and see what hops they actually have on stock that you're able to utilize. When it comes to commercial brewers, look at your hop contracts or setting up contracts ahead of time, because hop lots oftentimes change and become unavailable. So you want to seal the deal and try to get those contracts lined up, or you want to get hops that you can have that have repeatability to them. Next, I like to look at what are the intentions of your hops, like how do you plan on utilizing them? Again, if you're unfamiliar with hopping techniques and how hops are used, do a little bit more homework and then check out this video again. Do you plan on using them for bittering? Do you plan on using them for aromatics? Or do you plan on using them to balance the malt balance of the sweetness of the malt with the bittering or the astringent flavor of the hops? You may be utilizing a dry hop or a dry hopping technique, so you want to understand what dry hopping means and what hops are typical for using in dry hopping. Next, you want to look at the alpha acids and the beta acids. These are illustrated in percentages. What the percent means is that's the overall percentage of weight over the given amount of the total hops. So what I'm trying to say with that is the percent found of alpha acids or beta acids within that specific hop. So if you have 7% alpha acid, that is 7% of the total weight of those hops are alpha acids. We're going to discuss later a little bit more about what alpha acids and beta acids do and what they contribute to the complexity of the beer. But for now, just understand that that's based off a percentage and is typically associated with bittering. So a higher percent, 13% alpha acid, more bittering property. Something at a 3% alpha acid, lower bittering property. Just like in real estate, when you hear location, 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 when it comes to hops, I think of one thing, and that's smell, smell, smell. So the aroma or aromatics in the nose of the beer and the finished product isn't everything, but the hops, you want to get to know them from the actual smell of the hop. And then you get to align yourself by brewing and repeating recipes to understand what bittering contributions are. Proper hop utilization comes down to one key thing in my mind. When you're designing recipes, you want to use your hops and then have good record keeping. To me, it's the only simple way. Don't get stuck on IBUs. Don't get stuck on too much of the alpha acid and beta acid principles and cohumulin and humulin and all these fancy terms. Get out there and brew beer, put your hops in, and smell those aromatics, smell the nose of that product, and taste that finish. If your beer's too bitter or stringent for your liking or people that are consuming it, cut back your hops and scale it back. There are mathematical ways in which you can calculate a best guesstimate of what to use, but there's no one simple answer when using hops. You want to use things in small increments, take good record keeping, and make your adjustments from batch to batch. Again, when utilizing your hops, remember that similar to malt being an annual plant, malt is threshed yearly, and then you have different lots of malt that you can utilize for your recipes. Hops are similar. It's a perennial plant. However, whenever it's harvested year to year. So your lots change and the availability of the hops change. So back from the top, make sure you try to get hops that you can consistently have for your batches of beer. Whether you're a home brewer or commercial brewer, don't select hops that aren't available. Get hops that are repeatable and that you can rely on.